Hi everyone, it's Sunday, December 9th, time for another HideNet Week in Review. I'm Vice President Vera Dordick. Starting with Latin America this week, editor Ronald Guiel says that again this week, raw material prices were stable. With regard to TR1 prices, they were a little bit softer thanks to the global demand situation. Brazilian sellers are hoping that the continuing tariffs between the US and China, even though they won't be bumped up at the start of the year, will drive more business their way at the beginning of 2019. Other items about the Brazilian market we have this week are that leather exports for November were down, both compared to November last year as well as compared to October. For the year to date, the value of leather exports is down 23.4%, but the total square footage is down only 10%. On the opposite end of the spectrum, Brazilian footwear exports were able to stem the monthly decline that they've seen since May. In November, they were up 6.6% in volume and 1.6% in value. Now, mind you, the total for the year is still definitely in the negative, but it is a positive sign to see the decline disappear for November. From elsewhere in Latin America, we have items about Argentina's November cattle slaughter and a number of industry fairs that are coming up, along with news from Paraguay, Peru, and Uruguay. From Italy this week, European editor Andrea Guolo writes about how the decline in German bulls is affecting the rest of the bull market, and he details which origins fell the most. With regard to cows, Andrea details further declines on some origins and discusses the situation with veal skins and what Chanel's ban on exotic skins might mean for this sector. In his weekly analysis, he details the uncertainty in the automotive sector and the situation with low-grade hides, and he begins taking a look at what 2019 may hold with regard to sales. Turning to the United States, prices were again mixed. However, some steer selections were able to make gains, mainly because some sellers had forward sold positions and could stave off the lower bids. Cows, as usual, are a totally different story, with bids coming in dollars lower, and no one wanted to pay or wanted to accept those low bids, so that likely means few cow hides were moved last week. Taking a look at heavy Texas steers in particular, demand was really not too bad, and some sellers who were a little forward sold were able to push prices up $1 in some cases. Sales took place between a low of $30 and a high of $34 on seasonal weights. With regard to this week's export report, the numbers were not great, so yet again, slaughter exceeded sales and shipments. In our market observations, Don takes a deeper dive into the USDA's export numbers and how those figures might not be all that they seem. So you'll really want to read that. That's all we have for this week. So until next Sunday night, good night from HideNet.